Chapter 18, Part 2. We have previously discussed fixed and variable cost. Your fixed costs stay the same no matter the amount of volume of product that you are making. However, the cost per unit goes down the more units that you make. In other words, your pool of money is the same, but it is spread over more units as your volume increases. This is called economies of scale. Variable cost, on the other hand, change every time that you make another unit, but the variable cost per unit stays the same. So the cost to make one bicycle does not change. It changes because you make multiple bicycles. We have three ways of deciding whether our costs are variable or fixed. Those three methods of measuring cost behavior are scatter diagrams, the high-low method, and least squares regression. In these instances, we are using formulas or past historical data to predict the future. For some of our costs, such as the curvilinear and stepwise, we may need to use these methods to determine how much is variable and how much is fixed. In a scatter diagram, we plot all of the points that happened last year. So I'll have 12 points, one for every month, and they're scattered. And then I use a line to connect the most of the dots, or where I think the middle of the dot is. Obviously, my judgment would be different from your judgment. Your line might be a little lower or a little higher. With the high-low method, we plot the same 12 plots. And we connect the lowest volume dot to the highest volume dot, which may or may not be the same line that we drew for the scatter diagram. Both of these methods are highly subjective. The best way to actually find the slope of your line and determine where your fixed and variable components lie would be in least squares regression. This would plot your components from before and put them in an Excel spreadsheet and let least squares regression work and tell you exactly how much of your cost would be fixed, how much of your cost would be variable. All three of these methods are using historical data or past data to predict future events. We're not going to go very deep into this section, but I wanted to expose you to it so that you would know it's out there. Thank you.